The train was pretty comfortable. I froze to death because I was at the top bunk and the AC was on me, but it was comfortable though otherwise, I guess. They gave you pillows and sheets. It's quiet.
Yeah,
I don't know what else can you say.
It was good. But here we are now in Rajasthan. We're in the desert here.
Yeah, so it should be good.
We enjoyed our first tuk-tuk through the calmer streets of Bikaner, a welcome change from the streets of Delhi.
We're in Old Town, so you can see a lot of these valleys, which are old mansions. They're really nice. We'll see them when we walk around more. So far, Bikaner's nicer than Delhi. We prefer it.
Delhi bugs.
It's colder, less busy, quieter. Just I think
Founded in 1488, Bikaner is home to 650,000 people, a welcome change from the 26 million of Delhi. Bikaner, located in the Thar Desert, was historically an important trade route between Central Asia and the Gujarat coast. It's most known now for notably housing Juragarh Fort, one of the few forts in India never defeated.
Okay, so it's a little bit loud, but we're just walking through Bikaner right now, going to the bus station. We're looking for a tuk-tuk, and they're all busy. They're all full of locals, and nobody's trying to take us to their cousin's tourist shop, which is really weird. So this is the first time here that we can't get a friggin' tuk-tuk, but an empty one just drove by because I'm doing this, so we're gonna go get one better. So now we are on a public bus going to the rat temple. So I don't know, I don't like rats.
it's the right bus.
Yeah, and hopefully it's the right bus. India, the land of misdirection, so we'll check it out. We'll see if this is our bus and
A half-hour ride on the public bus brought us to the small town of Deshnok, home of the Karni Mata Temple.
Okay, so we've made it to the rat temple.
we think.
We think.
There's no proof
Pretty
that this
sure.
is it.
Looks like it's gonna cost 30 rupees to have our cameras.
Yeah.
Are you already freaking out?
Get going. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be like Daddy.
Lamps right inside.
Many worshippers make pilgrimage to the Karni Mata Temple to pay their respect to the rats that reside there. These people believe that when their ancestors died, they were reincarnated into these rats. Now, people come to feed and care for them as they believe the next reincarnation will be human. Definitely an interesting stop if you have the time and the stomach to check it out. Some even claim it's good luck to have a rat run over your toes, if you consider any part of that lucky.
This place is gross. Stacy's just got like run over by one. No, I literally feel like the way that Patty from the Budgeteers felt. It's just like
Please stay away from me. How's that?
gross. It's disgusting.
So the main temple is
I
where
want to cut my feet off. My feet were like this the whole time. Like, it's terrible. It's disgusting. You can come and look from the outside.
Okay, well, the inside temple is where it's the dirtiest. Lots of poop everywhere. The most rats around the outside, like inside the courtyard. There's less rats, a little cleaner. But I definitely saw a rat chasing a cockroach.
There was a pigeon eating a live rat. But we want to go find food. Okay, so so we are back on the bus. Again, after the round tempo, we got some food. You see that in a quick bite. Gotta watch all our videos to get all the content. Yeah, back on the bus and headed back to Bikaner, where we're gonna take a siesta, very important. And then our like hostel owner is gonna take us on a little walk through the old part of town.
After arriving back into town and getting cleaned up, our host offered us a tour of Old Town. He walked with us through the winding, narrow streets of Old Bikaner, bringing us into local markets where people shop for food, spices, and other goods. He showed us all the Havelis in the area. They're traditional mansions that are very ornately decorated and carved on the side facing the street. A really unique thing to see. We finished our tour and turned in for the night as we had a long day of fort exploring to do the next day.
Okay, so it is day 2 now in Bikaner, and we are checking out the fort. It's right there, really cool. I hate that I said really cool. Anyways, it looks really good, really like
Beautiful.
yeah, it's gorgeous and it's really big. And I'm really excited to just totally explore around it. That's really all we're doing today. And laundry, we leave tomorrow for Jodhpur. Something I want to talk about was last night, after we got done with our little walking tour of Old Town with our hotel person, which was awesome. At the end, he asked, you know, it's getting close to dinner time, and he said, like, oh, you know, it's almost dinner time. Do you want to go check out a little, kind of like a carpet place where they make stuff out of camel fur? We're like, okay.
Like, that sounds
Sales
interesting.
pitch. Sales pitch. It was a fucking carpet shop.
Yeah.
And he was making commissions on them. And so he drove us like across town. Everything was so good until he tried to sell us shit at a fucking carpet shop. It never ends. It never fucking ends in this country. And then we got back and we had dinner there, which was awesome. It was so good. And then he tried to sell us fucking camel safari. So like it never stops. Even people you think are cool and it's gonna be safe. I mean, everything else has been good so far. And then he hits it with the sales pitch, and I find that's essentially India. Everybody's super nice, and then you get the sales pitch. But today we're checking out the fort, and I have a headache, but we should make this good anyways.
Out of the silken darkness of a desert dawn emerged the dream of Bikaner. You are now inside Junagadh Fort, the unconquered bastion of the Rathors of Bikaner, a major royal clan. We welcome you here to a page of history, even magic. The foundation of the fort was laid in 1588 during the reign of Raja Rai Singh. From the very battlements of this majestic stronghold, appearing from the mist of the arid sands, were the fortunes of this great desert kingdom governed. This was for centuries the residence of the rulers of Bikaner, their queens, and the royal families. It still remains the symbol of their authority, their majesty, and their power. Wherever you look, you will be astonished by the beauty of your surroundings. Look at the expanse of polished whiteness, decorated in delicate inlay work and paint. The walls are covered with niches and panels, and are occasionally interrupted with mirrors which allow the lights to dance in the evenings. It is said that it was Bikaner's famous camels that triggered off a process of revival. During the 1800s, the British were involved in the Afghan War as part of the great game with Russia. Camels were a reliable way of delivering supplies in that hard terrain. Bikaner earned substantial revenue and political goodwill by supplying the British with camels. Today, Bikaner is a thriving city of over 500,000 people. It is well known for its Havelis, handicrafts, and of course camel breeding. It is also famous for its spicy snack foods, including bhujia and papad. We have come to the end of the tour. We have meandered through Junagadh Fort together and strolled through pages of its history. I hope that you've imbibed the essence of our customs and traditions, a rare legacy.
We're done in the fort. We got student prices, so that was actually half price, right? Yeah, half price. and that included an audio guide, which was really good. Yeah, we really enjoyed that. It was really peaceful. There's fans everywhere, so it was not super hot walking around. Not crowded, which was really, really nice. We were in a lot of the rooms by ourselves for the most part. And yeah, highly recommend if you're in Bikaner to come to the fort. I mean, it's one of the main things, so you probably will anyway if you're here, but yeah, it's really nice. We just finished at the fort, you know, we're having lunch. Right, there's a big sign by the entrance called Cucina Cafe. And you got a view of the fort, and it's this nice little grassy courtyard. We got 2 butter naan, 1 butter roti, which I can't really tell the difference right now, and a dal. Really excited to try this. And we're getting a pot of chai tea as well. That's coming.
Okay, so after we got back from the fort yesterday, we just hung around and had another really delicious dinner at our accommodation. And now we're taking off. We are at the Bikaner train station and we are heading to Jodhpur this morning. So we're excited to do that. I'm on hour 30 of this headache, like the worst headache of my fucking life. It's terrible. And I think maybe it's because of malaria medication, so I've stopped taking that poison. So hopefully it gets better. But we get in at 4 o'clock, and then it's just gonna be get our hotel and chatter down. See you in Jodhpur.